in.
Yes, ma'am. We live in Brooklyn, baby. Doom, doom. I have a residence in Brooklyn, yes.
All right, can you hear me?
There you go, bro. There you go.
Okay.
I told him already, Monica.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, Garfield stood us up yesterday.
Uh-oh, shots fired.
Gonna put the business out, right? Gonna put the business out there like that.
Hey, real quick, is this thing live on YouTube?
Yeah, you're live now.
On YouTube?
Yes, sir.
What's the, okay.
But mute your YouTube, yo. Mute it.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute my mic. Do y'all think?
Wow, what happened? What's going on?
No, it's back on. That was the brother I was telling about, Danny, that does the dollar to traveling in West Africa. Definitely, I wanted him to connect with you and build on a lot of stuff. He's actually there a lot on the ground. I know it's a great power build between you guys.
Listen, Danny not claiming on West Africa. He says it, but he ain't really claiming it. You know what I'm saying?
Who? Danny ain't claiming what, man.
Matter of fact, Danny is an actual bosun. He's actually one.
Nah, I ain't no bosun.
I'm messing with you.
What I am is I know I'm West African. I ain't running from that at all.
Hey, so brother Danny, I guess I should say brother Dennis, can you tell us the last place you just visited, the last country you just visited over there, and exactly what you witnessed over there?
I was in Benin, West Africa for the Voodoo Festival.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's dope. That's dope. Did you go to what is that? They had that cotton tree or something, that tree there, or something like that everybody goes to in Benin. You know what I'm referring to?
Nah, I don't.
All right,
I mean, they have the point of no return like they do in Senegal at Gorée Island, but as far as like a specific tree, I'm not familiar with it.
It was did you, how I phrase this right? Do you know about like the slave involvement there?
Yeah. I mean, they have the point of no return there, so.
Right. So now the reason I was asking in particular because I noticed like this D'Souza family was supposed to be real big there, and I'll put the information if I can find it in the back chat. I don't want to. Maybe you see it. But yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, he could talk about it more than me. He's been there. I'm talking about it from what I read and people tell me.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this family. As far as in Benin, primarily I was there just to learn about the, more about the Voodoo festival, the Voodoo religion, and
So did you happen to see, or how does that relate to Voodoo playing in their everyday lives outside of religion? Like, is it the politics are set up around it, the businesses?
I think more is just, as far as the ceremonies, outside of religion, the ceremonies, definitely politics are definitely involved. The head voodoo chief, Ouidah, Benin, is pretty much the voodoo capital of the world. So there in Ouidah, you have the head chief or the master chief of voodoo. And he is very involved when it comes to politics. Because, I mean, outside of just, of course, the religion aspect, I mean, from what I witnessed, he was definitely shaking hands and holding babies, if you know what I mean.
Now, since you were there and you were in a place called Ouidah, did anybody happen to pronounce it Judah?
No, they didn't.
Did anybody say that they happened to be of an Israelite or Hebrew there?
And that's the thing. And when I go to Ghana in November, I'm going to ask about that because I understand that.
Well, hold on, bro. I'm going to let you go right where you stand right now. You just told us about a place called Ouidah that you were in. Yeah. While you were there, did you meet or come across any person that said that is pronounced Judah and they were an Hebrew or an Israelite?
No, not at all. No.
Not one person in the town called Ouidah where you were?
No, and since traveling to Africa, I've never met any African on the continent that referred to themselves as a Hebrew Israelite or from the lost tribe.
All right, wait. We got to go really slow.
Go ahead.
Because we want to build with the people. You were in a place, I didn't ask you. You mentioned that you went to a place called Ouidah.
Correct.
You did not pronounce it Judah. Did you let's get this on the record. Did you hear anybody pronounce it Judah?
No, I did not.
Okay, done. So now the people that you were amongst, did anybody of them say that they were Hebrew, Israelite, or Jewish?
No, they were from the Phone tribe, F-O-N, the Phone.
Okay,
people.
so those Phone people were followed or practiced voodoo.
Yes, they're either voodoo, Islam, or Christianity.
Okay, so voodoo, Islam, or Christianity.
Yes.
Okay, so now in the voodoo, did they happen to tell you what is at the base of voodoo, and what is this even about?
What is it about?
Yeah, what is like the ceremony? Like, what was it about? What is voodoo? Is it?
I mean, pretty much voodoo and animism are all pretty much the same. So it's all about contacting your ancestors.
So they dealt with people who existed in their lives and part of their family, right?
Correct.
Okay. So when we talk about, because when we talk about ancestor, we don't want to think that it's, you can tell me if I'm wrong, we don't want to think that it's just some mythical people that exist. You're telling us that you saw these voodoo rituals and it was based on their ancestors. So their family.
Well, let me say this. Ancestors, and you do have the different gods that stand in representation of, I would say, a deity. Like you have Shango and God.
Okay. I'm not running from that, yes. But they also had their ancestors, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So voodoo, you're telling us, well, you were there in a place called Ouidah.
Correct.
Which is supposed to be voodoo central as far as us Americans are concerned.
Correct.
They dealt with their ancestors and some other like mythical stuff they used to relate stuff, Shango or otherwise, in their stuff.
Correct.
How many cannibals did you meet?
Cannibals?
All right, yeah. I'm sorry to ask the question. I need to ask the question.
I did not meet any cannibals. No, I did not.
Okay. Did you have to break a chicken's head before you did anything?
Not anything, well, not everything, but definitely the blood sacrifice as far as chickens and lambs definitely involved.
So that is there. They do sacrifice. So what did they do with the sacrificed animal?
They will kill it, use the blood, and offer it up to I would say they call it the fetish, and the fetish pretty much stands a representation of a deity or an ancestor. And what they would do, they will pour the blood over that fetish, or offer it to the fetish, which again stands a representation of the deity or the ancestor or whatnot.
Right. So it's the fact that they do that, but it is a part of ritual, right?
Yes, correct. It's ritual.
Okay, and it has a significant meaning that you had to learn about. Maybe you didn't assume that was about one thing. They told you, okay, this is this, and this, right?
Yeah, say that one more time.
You may have had an assumption prior to that. You were in Ouidah and saw these things taking place, and they told you that this was a representation of certain things.
Correct.
Right. So your view on that changed by actually learning what you saw? Can I say that?
Correct.
Okay. That's cool. So now we're in Ouidah, and you got voodoo and all this stuff going around. So they do have a recognition that they were involved in the slave trade. Is that fair to say?
Slave trade happened, but did the actual Africans say, like, hey, we were involved, we traded our ancestors for, goods from the Europeans or the French, or I think the Portuguese were there too.
Yes.
We didn't get that involved. I didn't ask those specific questions, but when I go back in January, I can definitely ask. And when I go to Ghana, I'm definitely going to ask those questions.
Yes. Right. Because now this is not Negroes sitting in Harlem, Mississippi, or whatever, talking about people. Now we are talking to you, who you were in a place called, how do you pronounce it again?
Ouidah.
Judah or Ouidah?
Ouidah.
Okay. Did you happen to see, and I don't mean to just, I'm not a religion ambassador, but this is one narrative that has been on that I want to try to help people get some clarity on. This is why I'm pointing out the whole Hebrew thing, and maybe a misconception some people have about this. Mm-hmm. Did you happen to see any Jewish temples or remnants of any kind?
Not at all. Basically how it works, So in Benin, voodoo is the official religion. And in Ouidah, which is, again, the voodoo capital of the world, if there's any other religious temple or place of worship, it has to face a voodoo, how would I say, a voodoo temple. So, for example, in Ouidah, and I have videos on this on my YouTube page that explain it. Right across from the church, facing the church, or I'm sorry, the church is facing a voodoo temple, and that's how it works in Ouidah. So if you have a Muslim mosque, it has to face a voodoo temple. There, I didn't see.
So wait. So let's go slow. So you're telling me even though Christianity and Islam is there, they still must pay reverence to the African religion?
Exactly. So.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So voodoo is the official religion of Benin, and like I say, in Ouidah, which is the capital of voodoo, if you have a church or a mosque, it has to face a voodoo temple.
Okay, so while you were in Ouidah, did you stay in a hut?
No, but how can I? Okay, when you say hut, like
when you got there, and then you touched down, and they said, "Mister, I don't forget your name. Here are your reservations. You're in hut number 19."
No, I stayed in like a more of a quaint bed and breakfast. But I would go.
See, white folks use bed and breakfast. So that means you had a bed and it was a place where you eat breakfast, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So no hut. Did you have electricity?
I had electricity, yes, and even in the villages they have electricity.
Right. Did you get your mail or the news of the town by somebody? How did you get that? Did they have telephones, internet?
Yes, they have all that. Yes.
How about a road?
So yes, they have roads too. Yes.
Okay. So so now all these things in Benin, the voodoo capital, do they have businesses?
Of course.
So what if you need an accountant? You can find one of those, or you got to go to the witch doctor.
No, everything you needed to be sufficient to operate a business they have.
Right. So if you happen to get sick, would you have to go to that same hut to see the witch doctor, or could you go to a hospital?
You could go to a hospital if you want to, or if you wanted to see the traditional doctor, you can see the traditional doctor. So
Asia has traditional medicines and all the stuff that they try to implement. So Africa has their own traditional medicines that exist with quote-unquote Western medicine as well. That's what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Interesting. And you said you were in where? Ouidah?
Ouidah.
In Benin?
In Benin.
Not pronounced Judah?
Not pronounced Judah. Nobody pronounced it Judah. It's always
all right. I have a show that will be coming soon, and everybody here is welcome. But I would like you specifically to come back on. We're gonna go to greater question. I don't want to dominate anything, and I'm sure other people may have questions, but I just wanted to get those out. And I appreciate it. You helping me because now I can explain that we have boots on the ground who may have something contrary to what they're trying to present to us.
And brother, I was going to say, if you go on my YouTube page, I have videos where I'm actually interviewing all the voodoo chiefs in Ouidah and telling me like the history and story of voodoo and how.
So can you put in the back check? Can I get your information and maybe we can build further? Like I say, I'm sure everybody else got questions, but I got more questions. But you do. All right, last one. Can you buy some Jordans there?
I did not see. When I travel to Africa, the last thing on my mind is buying Jordan. So
I'm just saying, if it happened to be, can you buy some sneakers there? Like you might call them tennis shoes or whatever. Can you buy those there?
I'm sure you probably could. I will ask. I'm sure you might. Well, I take this back. You might have to go to Cotonou, which is the capital of Benin, which is like a 45-minute drive from Ouidah.
Okay.
They have like the main, like the malls and stuff.
Wait. Mall?
Yeah.
In West Africa. In Benin?
Yes.
An actual mall, like with stores, not like,
Yes.
Okay. So my other question is, do they wear dashikis every day?
This you gotta understand. So the term dashiki honestly, from my travels throughout Africa, is a term that's given. I mean, it originates from a Hausa word, which is spelled. So we spell dashiki, D-A-S-H-I-K-I, and Hausa is spelled D-A-C-H-I-K-I. But in Africa, they don't call it dashiki. I think that's something that was given to Black Americans to call that specific garb.
Okay.
But they do wear, and in fact, I noticed this about Benin more than any country I've been to. They do wear the traditional, like what you would call African garb. They do wear that often.
Right. So it's no difference than if my culture was to wear studded beads and head wraps with camo pins, and that's my culture. Now, there's no different than those people wearing that stuff either, right?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. So you can get sneakers there. That's cherry. Y'all got bars and stuff like that? Did you see any of them? Nightlife?
Yeah, actually, when I first landed, we ate at a bar and had a beer. Like they had like the traditional millet beer that they make, and of course other beer. So yeah, they had bars in the restaurant.
Right. So they got bars. They got bars in Benin. Ain't that some shit? Did you have to do a voodoo ritual before you went to the bar? How about that?
No, I did not.
Okay. No voodoo ritual. Check. All right. Sports. Do they play sports? Or they just sitting around telling stories about Baba in the village all day?
No, they play soccer primarily. In Africa, the thing is soccer. That's what they primarily play.
Right. So they got sports teams. Do they have schools?
Yeah, of course.
So children can go to school in Benin?
Yes.
University?
Yeah, they have university, yes.
Yeah, somebody just asked a wild question about child sacrifice.
There we go. You see what I'm talking about, bro?
So basically, the reason why I traveled to Benin was to kind of shoot. I call it like a mini documentary. That's what I do. Changing the stereotypes of voodoo. And so,
right, first of all, we're gonna make that a maxi documentary now. We're gonna talk after this, but keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, like what we've been programmed to think about indigenous African religion is excuse my language, bullshit. So I had the opportunity, and I did. I spent like 3-4 days with the head chief over all voodoo in the world in Ouidah. And so I got to ride with him and stay with them and videotape. I mean, everything is documented and recorded. Ask questions about certain, I guess, rituals that might be misinterpreted. And they'll explain, okay, well, this is why we do this. This is why this goes on. And so everything is planned. But no, I did not see any child sacrifice. Right. That does not go on. No.
So can Christianity exist with voodoo in Benin, or is it constant strife?
No. So the saying is Christian by day, voodoo by night. That's like they're saying.
So what about the Muslims?
Muslim by day, voodoo by night.
Right. So they can't coexist, and they found a way to, in some regards, syncretize things.
Right. So basically, his name is Dagbu, the Master Chief. He said that he made this quote. I might butcher some, so please forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, voodoo is accepting of everybody, but everybody doesn't accept voodoo. We didn't try to close the Christian churches, but the Christian churches tried to close. We didn't try to shut down the Christian churches, but the Christian churches tried to shut us down.
You know what we say in America? We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on. Nah, let me say. But yeah, there you go. Same thing. Right. So, okay, they got sports, they got bars, they got electricity. You could buy some Jordans, but you got to go 45 minutes away. But you're taking a road there.
Right.
Okay.
But I mean, there's bars and restaurants in Ouidah.
Okay. And so you don't have to. You scared? Were you ever some point scared to sleep? Like, okay, there may be a witch doctor or somebody to come in.
No, I was around them like the whole time. I didn't have any problem.
So you saying that the quote unquote witch doctor is actually a normal person? He's not sitting in around some frankincense all day doing something.
Unless he's doing his rituals, no, he's a normal guy that farms and goes out and eats dinner and visits and drinks and has a good time.
Right. Okay. All right. I mean,
Powerful.
What up, y'all?
So I want to add this too as well, Danny. So, Brother Donis, how far were you from the actual ancient city of Benin in terms of the old historical mound fortress value, in terms of where that sits, in terms of where Ouidah's at?
The old historical city, but what's the name of it?
In terms of in Benin, like the Benin Kingdom, you know, the actual what they call it.
Okay, so the Benin Kingdom. So you have the country of Benin, and then you have Benin City, which is in Nigeria, which is where the Benin Kingdom that you're referring to is. That's like that's probably like a 9-hour drive. But I didn't go to Benin City. Benin City is where like the Kingdom of Benin is.
Right.
In Nigeria.
And, you know, that would be awesome if you can make it there one day and document that. You know, that would be very revealing.
No, I'm going.
For those that say that we didn't have antiquity value of such a statue like that one day.
Yeah, I'm definitely going. It's just, you know, I'm definitely in corporate America, so I'm limited with my vacation days. So, you know, the plan is to you know.
So I have another question. As far as the transatlantic slave trade, did you happen to speak to any people who went into any discussion of what may have happened? I know you said you want to go back at a later date, but just in your travels to that monument, no return, and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, they really don't go into that detail. And another thing too, you have to understand, over maybe except for Ghana, maybe Africans aren't really taught about the transatlantic slave trade,
right?
You know, which is odd.
So when they have this contempt or whatever, they have. So how do they explain us?
That so basically we are their brothers that got kidnapped. That's pretty much.
That's about the extent of it, because there's no. Are you saying like in the schools it's not taught to, even though we got limited exposure to it, even to the extent that we're taught in America, it's not taught
like that
from that African perspective. This is what happened.
That's not.
What about? Do you happen to know? What about in the university?
Not
sure. Right.
Not sure, but it's not really taught over in Africa as far as the transatlantic slave trade like that.
So would it be fair to say that they are just as ignorant about us as we are about them?
It depends on what subject. Because the thing is, you know, like I tell people, when I go over there, they think I'm one of them until I open my mouth up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then once I open my mouth up, it's like, welcome home, brother, we cool. So, you know, I haven't had any run-ins as far as like, oh, you Black America go back, or we don't like Black Americans. I never had any of that shit.
Okay. Okay. All right. So have you
now, is that the consensus from Zanzibar, Mali, all that around the areas you've traveled? Are you getting that same consensus?
Yeah,
Are they treating you that way?
Yeah, I've never had any issues. Like I've never. In fact, when I go, they think I'm either, because I speak English, they think I'm either South African or I'm from Nigeria. And then I tell them, like, no, I'm from America. They're like, oh, cool, you know, welcome back. And it's, you know, it's like I'm not, like I'm African, you know.
Right. So, okay. So, all right, that's important. So they may, and you correct me if I'm wrong, they may consider themselves African, but the more important, it would be fair to say, is their family or their particular nation, like foreign or otherwise, more than the banner of African?
It depends on the context. I mean, right, they have their tribe and they're African, but, you know, it's, as far as which banner they hold up first, I would say maybe they might hold up the banner of the tribe first, somewhat, yeah. But at the end of the day, you know, like they tell me, like we're all one. So.
Yeah, I mean, that to me makes sense. But I just wanted to hear if it was like that, because, you know, yes, we are African, but we all have our diverseness. Just even if we get down to your last name is Jones and my last name is Smith. Yeah, we are family, but there's some distinction in between us, right?
Right.
But it's not, I'm not saying it's enough to call. Of course, there's tribal issues or whatever you want to call it. Oh, do anybody call themselves tribe? Is that fair? What we call them? Tribes, nations?
Yeah. Well, they were referred to themselves like I'm a member of this tribe, the phone, or if I ask what tribe are you, they would say that tribe. But yeah.
Right. Okay. I know you've been to other countries. All right, we're gonna say that. We're just gonna deal with the place you said was Ouidah, correct? Am I pronouncing it like the people there pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. How's the women over there? Yeah.
Here come the savages. See? Right on cue.
Hey, man, you got to paint the whole picture.
Right.
Yeah. They're beautiful. They're
Your
not.
brother Allen has an affinity for West Africa too.
No, wait, hold on. Now, what about Ashe or Habari
Yes.
Ghani? Oh, we get a lot of that during the day. A lot of Ashes and Habari Ghani.
No.
No. Okay.
I think Habari Ghani is that's Swahili.
Yeah, I know. I just trying to. We are in America now. You're gonna have to bear with us because you're sitting in a place called, Ouidah. So you can tell us what the people in Ouidah are doing. So we don't have to guess.
Yeah, they didn't say Habari Ghana.
Okay. What about Ashe? Any of those?
You know what? I don't remember them saying Ashe. No.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Is everybody there a king?
Everybody?
Yeah, no, everybody. Everybody is a king and a queen and come from some royal lineage.
No.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's dope.
And just also to add to that, what is the official language of Ouidah?
The phone.
Phone.
So, okay. So the phone people, did you happen to learn the history of the phone people? Where they say they come from?
I don't remember it all, but it's in my video.
Aren't they the Ouidah people?
Say that one more time?
I said, aren't they comprised of the Ouidah people?
No, in fact, the phone people, I think they were part of a tribe in Togo. And then they left that tribe and came separated, or something happened, and they came to Benin. Or let me back up for a second. I don't want to give misinformation. Either that happened, or they all came from like the region of like Ethiopia and migrated to Togo, was in Togo, and I think separated from whatever tribe it was, and then went to Benin.
Right. Oh, see, now you're gonna murky the waters because there's people who are gonna take this now.
Interesting.
And it's going to twist it in a certain way. So if we can next time, let's get that a little bit more specific because now you got Ethiopians who are coming to that region. Now that makes sense to some people, but what could be said is this is where this Judaism or Christianity then slips into Benin. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, the Falasha scenario.
No, but they're specific. Christianity, like pretty much every West African nation I've been to, they say the European brought Christianity over.
Wait, hold on. You're not just gonna say that. Wait, slow down.
There you go.
To say this one more time.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Christianity is not the, how can I put it, indigenous religion, nor Islam is not the indigenous religion to Africans. Their traditional religion, like when I was in Mali, was animism, which is voodoo. It wasn't Christianity. They were very specific, especially when I'm in Senegal. They're very specific.
So is this your American opinion?
No. This is them telling me that. Europeans bought Christianity. The Arab scholars are whatever, I don't know, not missionaries, but the Arab whatever brought Islam.
So you have Europeans who brought Christianity to this region, and Arab brought Islam, and the people who are indigenous there told you it's nothing indigenous. It was brought here.
It was brought, exactly. They were practicing voodoo.
Do you think that those people would have any reason to lie to you?
No, absolutely not.
It's not a part of some story they want to tell you and then ask you for $5 for something, or they do
No.
a dance.
They were very clear about how Islam and Christianity came to West Africa.
There we go.
And that's even with Senegal being one of the biggest.
Africa, right?
Yeah. So in Senegal, Islam was brought by I think they said guys from Saudi Arabia, came, or the Arab scholars came and brought Islam to Senegal.
Okay, so wait. Hold on, here you go. Here's the question. So who brought Judaism?
No one has ever mentioned Judaism in any part of Africa I've been to.
Excuse me? Wait. What? My question was, who brought Judaism to West Africa?
I've never heard anybody mention Judaism when I was in West Africa. It's always Islam.
Daggers. All of West Africa.
Daggers.
In all of West Africa, you tell me, brother. Have you been to more than one place in West Africa?
Ali, Senegal, and Benin.
Okay. We did see Christians though, but the Christianity was bought by Europeans. That's what you said. That the people there said, right?
Yes.
And we did see Islam, but you said the people who lived there, who are indigenous, said it was bought by Arabs. It's not indigenous, right?
Correct.
And you said you did not see any Judaism, and the people who are indigenous there mentioned nothing about it, right?
No, they did not.
But you saw, and all that, there is something that was indigenous. And what did you say it was? Was it voodoo? Am I correct?
Voodoo, which is also known as animism in Mali. I have not met any, and they practice some type of traditional religion in Senegal as well, but I haven't really met anybody that practices it because Senegal is heavily Islamatized, if that's even the correct term.
Okay. Just want to be clear because I don't want us as Americans just to say, no, I want to talk to Africans and to people who are in Africa and who can ask these questions so we don't make assumptions.
Right.
About even the pronunciations of places that you are actually sitting in right now.
Right.
Did they tell you what Ouidah means?
If you want to, I can text some of my friends over there right now, some of the chiefs right now. And
so if we got time and it's just a text, it may take a few seconds. Could you ask them what the word Ouidah means?
I'll ask them right now.
If that's possible.
Powerful bill.
Hold on. I was just talking to some of them today.
Right. Maybe they stutter and the J was lost or they didn't come later into William Tinsdale or something, and they just can't. Maybe they're pronouncing it wrong. Oh, that's not possible. Some people say the J was added to the alphabet and Judah, Jada did it. Have they ever seen a map with Judah on it?
Yeah, it's a map with that on there.
Have they? No. Excuse me. 93. Have you ever been to Benin or Ouidah?
No. I'm gonna let the brother build.
There we go. That's all. It's not to you, brother. We need to get something particular because maybe he can correct us. Have you seen the Judah map?
I have not.
Okay. Well, maybe we could get that later because maybe you could ask your friends in Ouidah anything about this map, right?
Okay.
Cool.
Can I say one thing? I just want to, the Portuguese involvement in that name and what it means in Portuguese, apparently means like help or aid when they renamed it that. When they named it that.
Rename what?
Well, when they refer to the city of Ouidah, they apparently have problem pronouncing names and stuff. So,
right. Okay. So the question that needs to be posed, and can you ask your friends from Ouidah that's probably from Ouidah who named Ouidah?
Right. Okay. I just texted. I think better yet, should I ask what was Ouidah called before it was called Ouidah?
Wait. So now you think you slick. Now you're gonna tell us that Ouidah had a name before it was Ouidah, so and it wasn't always Ouidah?
Let me. I just text him.
Boy.
Well, you got to understand, like
No, I understand. You're not talking to me. I understand. Okay. But go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't think it was always called Ouidah. But let me.
Oh, you have to Google. You have to Google that.
No, I'm not Googling anything. I'm asking directly to my friend.
People in Ouidah.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because they don't want nobody to say you a Google scholar or something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Man, this is a very interesting conversation, man. This is 2 weeks in a row. This is 2 weeks in a row of beautiful stories to talk about Africa, man. I mean, it seems like
Asking African coming soon. I keep trying to tell you that. Slow your horses. Asking Africans coming soon, brother.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. I'm waiting for it. But like, it's not. I don't want to harp on it, but it's like it's a good thing. I think that is a good thing to try to bridge the gap, and I don't think we tried that approach. Yeah, we did in the past, but I don't think you have that being put out there that much. As far as, well, let's go see what's going on. Let's bridge the gap. Let's try to build and then see what happens. To the next point, when we talk about Israel, we talk about these other places, we can't point to that as being home for us. We can't go over there and point to no African community there except the dude who ran away when the civil rights movement was popping off, and I mean when it was going on.
No, see, we don't even gotta go there. I don't know more. We can get that. But we don't even gotta go there no more.
What I'm saying though, I know we ain't gotta go there, but I think it's interesting. Like if you calling yourself, I'm this people, I'm this, I'm that.
And that's
point
fine.
To us these people
and that's
right
fine.
now.
What, this is my opinion. So let me, how they do the asterisk or whatever. This is my opinion. And that's fine in 2017. The issue comes in when you're trying to say that these people are some people that you're talking about. Because these people that you're talking about are my people. These West Africans that you're talking about are my people. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the distinction. You have every right to be from wherever you are, and your people from over there, and the whole bit. That's fine. But my West African people are from there. They have these experiences that he's highlighting, and some of us happen to be a part of a situation where we are right where we stand right now. So I can understand clearly how I got to right where I stand right now. I don't appreciate other people then kind of put something on top of that to try to validate why they are standing here right now, because it doesn't add up.
Right.
So people need to stop, in my opinion, once again, fight. If people are from Israel, whatever, so yes, okay, fine, that's no problem. Let them be from there. But my only problem is don't then put something on the people in West Africa to try to validate how you got to be standing right where you are on this corner. No. Keep with that story and just be you. No problem. Them Africans,
everybody.
That's fine. No, them Africans, we can be these Africans, because I get to talk to a brother in Ouidah who knows that those are his people. Maybe not directly he's from Benin, and can go and talk to them and ask them questions. So those are my people. And I can go and talk to Tania in Cameroon and this one in Ghana and this one. Those are my people. I don't got no problem with that. The problem is people keep trying to transpose their stuff on top of them. So now we're going to clear that up and go right to the source. We're going to ask Africans from right now. Okay? We're not going to start talking about them, and let's start talking to them.
Right.
That's the problem. We do all this talk about them.
Okay. He just responded back. He said, Ouidah is just a name given by our great ancestors after the end of the fight between them and Europe.
Hold
on. Who said that?
One of the so this guy is son of the Master Chief of Voodoo.
So he said the name Ouidah came from where?
Ouidah is just a name given by our great ancestors of the fight between them and Europe.
That's interesting. So when was the name Ouidah? When was that name? When did that name come into play?
Okay. That comes into play because there's probably a word in their language that they took, like the bird that is of the region, and people began to use that.
How did they get the name Ouidah?
That's how, man. It's a bird that's right there. That's for one. And then they come in, they start to rename a ship that and all type of stuff like that. So it eventually gets in the vernacular. Just like there's a place called Sierra Leone.
Right.
People named it Sierra Leone.
Name, though, Danny, is a Portuguese name, Ouidah.
No, what I'm telling you, it's in their vernacular because what is the bird of the region? It is a Ouidah bird.
Right, the Ouidah bird. I know that.
So how is it Portuguese when it's a bird from he's saying it's in their people? It's just a word that they have. Maybe they took it for the birds and themselves, and the Portuguese used it.
No, it's the same word. It's just that
exactly, which is in their culture. The bird is native to them. They named it.
Yeah. We know that. I'm saying no because he said that was a name given to them, Ouidah, after.
No, he said that was the name that their great ancestors used after the fight with Europe. Nobody said given. And even if it was, but I'm telling you, it's in the vernacular. Do you know, you know, I don't mean to say it like that, but you know what a creolized language is? They borrow words from languages and it becomes into the vernacular. We don't think the Portuguese borrowed the word Ouidah, possibly?
Hold on, Danny. Sean, keep the two, hold on, guys. I'm not keep it up because I'm gonna be busy, right? Who just jumped off? No, Sean, jump on with the two. Because I don't want the guy to jump on. I need 10 spots on while I'm away. In case he try to jump on. So somebody jump on with 2 sign-ins or something. Right, there you go. All right, let's mute one. All right, cool. I'm going to go take a break. Y'all keep talking. Peace. Good bill, by the way. Good bill.
Yeah, very much.
#MBK. Coming soon. But no, seriously, though, the word it may have been in the vocabulary. So what?
This is what I got. It says Klexway, literally farmhouse or something like that.
Okay, even better.
Part of the kingdom of Ouidah. So they ain't got nothing to do with nothing else other than them.
No, but the thing is, even when we'll probably slaughter. I know I slaughter African names right and left. I want to make sure it's not me pronouncing it wrong, and maybe it is Judah, and I don't pronounce it correctly. He told us. I didn't ask him. Said he was in a town called Ouidah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the important part.
Right.
Right? He didn't say Judah. Maybe they got tricked by the European. Is that what we're saying?
That's very powerful. And here's what's also interesting too, Danny.
Culture, how they worship. That tells you everything. The food, the way they worship. That tells you everything.
Right. So once again, this is. I hope y'all may love. But this was the point. I'm not trying to negate DNA. I got common sense. I know damn well DNA is good science. But the point is, since that's the point of contention, let's put that to the side. Explain to me all of this culture and all of this stuff right here.
Exactly.
Because I can then go, after he tells us about voodoo, guess where I can show you voodoo at? In the Americas. Guess how it got there? Because the West Africans were taking over there. That's how it got there. I can show it to you in Haiti, Jamaica, Brazil. They call it hoodoo down south. The Gullah Geechee took it and put it part of their stuff. The evil eye and the color blue and all that is all up in there. So
there's trace amounts of in Guyana as well. Am I correct?
So once again, what we can do is I can show you some people in West Africa who are doing all these things, and I can show you them same people in the Americas doing those things. So when I tell you we was there and we came here, I can show you, and I never had to show you DNA.
Right.
You show me where you came from, because I damn sure just showed you where I did. How you get here? Because I'm not talking to you from Israel or Mauritania or whoever else, Cape Town for that matter. Crickets?
This was the moment to have the Hebrew brothers down here. They would definitely be buck dancing right about now.
I'm not asking one question about anybody's faith.
Right. So Donis, real quick, what was the most northern country you were in Africa?
Okay, here we go. Let me read this. Previously, it is the Dahomey, which governs And after the end of the strong fights between them and Europe, our great wings, one comes installed here and surnamed Ouidah. So it's part of the homie. That's right. So yeah, the homie.
Right. So Benin was the homie before. That's why, I mean, now I'm gonna give too much to who you're gonna be mad at me. But yeah, the homie is big, and then you'll see it a lot of places. So I'll just say that. Yes, it was the homie before.
Right.
And that's DR home, not DR home. I don't know about that. My fault.
Talk about them women warriors, baby. Let's talk about them women warriors.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They try to call them Amazons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Punks.
So you have the homie Amazons, right?
So-called Amazons.
Right, and if you look, the homie Amazons went around the world tour, and I believe they were part of the Chicago exhibition. And then you get into things like human zoos, but we'll save all that for another day.
Oh boy, bringing up the scientific racism, Sean.
No. We know. See, now you go into trouble. We ain't even going on that route. We're going to talk about because the initial thing, how we got on this thing was the brother came on and we were talking about the transatlantic slave trade before that. And he said he had an ignorance of West Africa. So we're trying, if this is the purpose of us building all the time, or maybe we can break down this barrier. Let's take away the ignorance and see what's there first. Because you're arguing over a point of ignorance that you're not West African when you know nothing about West Africa. I need to repeat that. You're arguing from a point of ignorance
dangerous
about West Africa when you know nothing about West Africa, admittedly. Huh?
Yeah, man. This is oh boy.
So if you
I got a question real quick too, Danny, to ask the brother. So
ahead,
are you seeing any kind of other diaspora Africans that left from America that are living there now in terms of their experiences? Are they sharing that with you?
That live in Ouidah?
Or just any of your West African travels or any place you've traveled over there in Africa?
When you say sharing their experience, like basically on what kind of experience?
Like what for them, their level of I guess their re-pilgrimage back, going back, and how they're coexist with their with their brothers and sisters. I mean, are you finding there's any discrepancies? I mean, like you say, they welcome you in when you go to these places, so you're not getting that kind of cold shoulder scenario, right?
No, I mean when I went, everything's fine. I think primarily black people primarily go to, or Black African Americans, we primarily go to Ghana. I know some in Ghana, and I know some in Tanzania, and there's some in Zanzibar. I didn't know in Senegal, a large repat group in Senegal, and they're fine. I heard complaint as far as friction between them and the Africans there. That's what you're asking.
Cool. Right. And the festival that you went to, how was that ceremony? Can you give us like a little part of it? Because I know you said you videoed it already, but I just want to know, could you give us a little part of how?
I mean, there were several. The main festival is in Ouidah, the main voodoo festival. But during that week, basically what we would do, we would travel to the towns or cities surrounding Ouidah, and they would have like their own voodoo festival. So we went to Ouidah, which is where Toussaint Louverture is from, where he was born. So we did a festival there. We did a festival in a couple cities, and it's just, you go, they dance, they perform ceremonies. I can't really like.
Right. Do they wear like their traditional masks, costumes, stuff like that?
Yeah. They do all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you run across any of did they tell you about any of the secret societies over there, anything like that?
You have to be initiated pretty much to everything, and there's different levels as far as like you want to be a chief or whatnot. So, but yeah, I mean, that's how it is. You just have to be initiated into voodoo. You're gonna be a chief. There's just different initiations and levels.
Right. That's what's up, man.
That's what linguistics is. All this shit. Do you guys want me to ask my friend if Ouidah was once Judah? Or do they know Judaism?
No, yes.
Right. Yes, definitely that. Definitely.
Yes. I need it to be repeated from as many people as often as possible who are right in the place called Ouidah.
So I asked him, was Ouidah once known as Judah?
Right. So now, part of my ignorance, does he know what you mean when you put it that way, like it's pronounced with the J?
I mean, are you just referring to were they once Hebrews, or is that what you're trying to ask? Or
whoa. See that we have to walk through this. I want to establish what the name for was, and then if you could ask the question, is they aware of any of this in their culture about being Hebrew or Israelite? Because apparently there's a distinction that I'm not 100% clear of. That's why I'm trying to state both, which is somehow I think different from Jew. But
so you want me to first ask, was Ouidah once known as Judah? Did you leave it like that? Okay.
I mean, we could keep talking in the meantime. I know you got something to say. This is the Allen and Danny hashtag MBK, the Maruli, and Sharp. Let's get it.
Danny,
look at Garfield. Look at Garfield. I told you.
Hold on, Danny.
What?
Remember, we talking about different cultures and languages. So when they call it Ahuda, Ajuida, that's the same word as Ouidah.
Right. So you're saying all that from the comfort of America, and we're going to stop for this moment in time doing that, and we're going to ask someone in Ouidah all about Ayuda, Judah, Ouidah, Ada, and all of that.
Talk for themselves.
And let them tell us.
But Danny,
sir.
We talking about different colonizations.
Yes,
so
yes, we are.
Word. It's the same word though.
What we're saying, yes, it's the same word, but the root of it has nothing to do with the ja and Ouidah sound.
Of course.
No, it's not. Because of course, it's not.
Hold up, Danny.
Yes.
All you got to say is, if the name Judah, who named them that?
No. That's not all we got to say, because that's been said a while ago. So now what we're going to do is ask people from the place that us on the outside are talking about, and we're going to start talking to them.
Yeah, hey, bro, not you, Danny. Brother, do us a favor. Get it on videotape.
No. That's all a part. The brother has a mini documentary that we're going to make a maxi documentary. So we got this.
All right, cool. All right, let me go back to what I'm doing.
There you go. So as I was saying,
go eat some curry goat. Go
hostile takeover. Goddammit.
Go pay reverence to the Abosom now.
That's right. But no, seriously, when you have an opportunity, we're going to start talking to people and stop talking about them. So let's cut to the chase. That's the beauty of you talking about bridging the gap. We have the ability to talk to someone sitting on the continent from the comfort of our own home. And we're looking at how can we ask the question of how we can build together. Are you kidding me? Imagine if this was a conversation about business, brother. Hold on, because you said you're in corporate America. Now imagine this is a conversation about business, and I, as an American, am looking for investment, and you tell me all these investment opportunities are in Benin. We're doing that via the same mechanism. So what we talking about? We're talking about we need to find a way to bridge the gap with Africans. Who are we kidding?
I didn't mean to cut you off there, Danny, but the brother, he actually does acquiesce a lot of business out of the continent too. So that's also important to know.
Listen, we can get to that next week. First, we got to understand that he's not going to put a voodoo spell on us if we get into a business deal with him. All right,
brother.
That's what we need to get through our head first.
Right.
He's not going to pay me my thing and I don't know, rocks or something, mud pies. So that's why it's important.
Doodle cakes.
Okay, so hold on. I think let me ask him another question real quick before I tell you his response. Hold on, because we brought this up already.
Well, you gotta talk about that one too. I know these questions are asinine, but man, some of the people in our audience think that Africans eat doodle.
Yeah. All right. You're right.
It's crazy, man.
It's
crazy that we gotta go over this, man.
Ignorance. 100%. I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah.
Africans eat doo-doo. They put doo-doo in their hair. Come on, man.
Right. So the first thing you're going to meet when you meet someone who pulls up in the streets of Benin in a Benz and he gets out and greets you by wearing some Gucci shoes or what regular T-shirt or whatever, and you're going to ask him, do he eat doo-doo? Do you see why we need, like, we can't do that. We look crazy.
Or live in a mud hut.
We look crazy.
Being honest, I just want to see the women.
Well, at least you know that you West African women.
Yeah.
Bueller?
Fufu. Jade said they eat fufu and fish.
And it's another thing too, because yesterday we was building on the whole corn scenario. So obviously, brother down there, obviously he does a lot of the sampling of the food in different areas he's at too. So other than that, you know, me and Sean that was building on in '93, but you know, just understanding food is another part of culture is very important too. Like, what are they eating? They're not eating the kind of stuff that people over here think they're eating. You know what I'm saying? But beyond the all the kind of stupid stuff like that, the people eating, you know, regular food that we eat, you know, we eat over here are obviously better over there.
But not just that. Guess what? They eat at a table. They have chairs.
Right.
They cook on the
stove. Oh, they're not eating with they not eating with their hands?
Some, because some food, like you ever go
well,
to the
that's still travel over there.
To the family cookout, nigga, what you need to eat that for?
You eat your hands. You're right.
Come on, man.
That is strictly African, and I will go on record and say that because as a person that perused that, lived in the studying, that is just African tradition. From Ethiopia to South Africa to West Africa, it's a custom to eat with your hands, you know, and values in that. It's a sign of, you know, a cleanliness, respect, value, and divinity.
One, you're eating from a collective pot. Two, normally you have some bread that you put in whatever substance that you have into the bread or some type of bread type of
right. Injera, fufu, jollof rice. You jollof rice, you eat jollof rice. You know, you could do definitely fork, but definitely they use with their hands. You know, they're eating with their hands. You know.
So we have these things in our culture. Somebody's writing about the same thing we have in our culture today. Same thing. All over you see okra, all over the place. Gumbo and Yame call it, and this one call it that. Same thing, throwing all that stuff in the pot.
Right.
Right?
That's
once again, and Yame is 100% right. And DNA, yes, but we can still push that out the way, and you still can see Africa. You still can see Africa. How you run from that?
Right.
Let me get the back in real quick. That might be too much information. I'll be right back.
People still name Kwame. People still name Kofi. People still name all these things right here today. All these day names around here. Coincidence?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So that's like 2-3 weeks in a row of just really throwing some real serious, you know, value out there that people are gonna have to deal with, you know, and it's going to refute a lot of once again the simple ignorance, because the goal is to get rid of the simple ignorance. The simple ignorance is the problem, you know, and that's what's troubling too, because you know people are claiming to be scholars or you know very high on in their faith, but they don't want to deal with simple reality.
So once again, asking African coming soon. We're gonna deal with all that, okay? But yeah, here's the thing though. No, so let me throw this out for me. This has nothing to do with you then saying, well, all this stuff about Egypt, I gotta throw it away. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm saying that there is a timeline, and that you need to start walking down the timeline and don't get stuck in all the other stuff that we was doing, because there was life after Kemet, and we still did great things. And we're missing out on all this stuff where we could at least find a place to put us back onto the continent so we could go back even further. So we need to first try to get on the continent. By understanding that you are from this area and region of West and Central Africa, you can learn those cultures. Guess what? You are now on the continent. So if you want to walk further back, you can keep going, but you're doing it from a place of being on the continent.
Your most recent ancestry. Your most recent ancestry. Totally true.
That's why I'm saying we got to do it to put that energy in there too. Then you're walking around all the stuff you learn about Benin, all that stuff is dead with weed and it just don't make no sense. We can move on. We don't find all about the people of this. And voodoo is more digestible for us. Well, maybe it's not as creepy as I thought. And it's about ancestor worship or ancestor loving. So all those pictures of my great grandmother sitting up on that broken ass floor model TV is the same goddamn thing.
Right. Right. That is so true.
Huh?
You know, the simple things that we overlook and the value of trying to, you know, overemphasize something.
Your mother tells you that you favor Uncle Jesse and you act like him and you never met Uncle Jesse a day in your life. Tell me I'm lying. If you really black, you know what I'm talking about.
Of course. By all means.
This person been here before and all the stuff that we seen. Come on, man.
The old soul theorem and all that, which is very, you know, relatable.
You got a family album in your crib to this day. Maybe it's on a line now or something, but you got that right there. Mom, people you never even met. It's a story about each and one of them. You don't do ancestor worship. Come on, man.
And it's funny when people say that, but yet they'll do so-called Abraham worship. They'll do so-called Moses worship. They'll do so-called John worship. So what is that? Not the same, even though we know them to be misnomer characterizations, but they will tell you that in the same way that you should not, you know, worship your ancestors, yet they're worshiping somebody else's ancestors.
How about this? You putting flowers on the grave and putting pictures in the casket.
Ain't that?
Putting money in a casket. You putting, I ain't gonna say liquor. Some people do. But yeah, we all got some form of ancestor veneration.
Right, we do it. You go to Louisiana, they got second line all through Louisiana and all this stuff going on. You can't see Africa? You can't see Africa?
Yeah,
Come on, Monica, help me out.
The drums, the horns, the sax, the whole nine.
I can show you a picture of Ashanti's twirling the umbrella around and pictures in Africa and show you they twirling the umbrella around with music right in Louisiana, but we still having trouble seeing Africa.
Yo, Denny, man, I think we need to see the book again, Denny.
Okay, so
the bone. Oh, my bad.
He just responded back. I'll let you. I might have jumped ahead, but I'll go ahead and just repeat the whole thread because I had questions. All right, so I first started off. Was Ouidah once known as Judah? He said, "I had learned this, and that our national language is the phone." Nos, I think he said it. This Ouidah, when he spelled it with O. Then I asked him, "Is Ouidah a phone word? So is Ouidah really Judah, and is the original religion Voodoo or Hebrew?" He said no, but with our great wings, instead of Judah, they say Ouidah. Right. So is Ouidah a phone word? Is the original religion Voodoo or Hebrew? Yes, I can say that the Voodoo religion is the original here. All our great allies, I can't pronounce his word, great allies were born with this power. Then I asked him, is Ouidah a phone word? He says, yes, it is phone.
Boom. Now it's from somebody from Ouidah. Right? Am I correct?
Yes, he's in Ouidah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, I mean, maybe since you're there and you're downtown just for shits and giggles while you're at a bar there, just take a survey and ask because they're going to say that's just one person. This ain't something please don't spend no energy in. Just maybe when y'all sitting around joking, take a consensus of the people from Ouidah while you're in Ouidah and ask this question. Maybe, if you want. You get what I'm saying? Because somebody goes, oh, that's just one person saying this. And no. We want more of a consensus. I believe it. But if you just sitting around, just throw it out there. Granted, he's going to think all of us niggas in America are crazy, but hey, You know, maybe we'll learn something from it. That's all. How much more do we need to show that it's not named Judah than this? How much more do we need to see the actual culture and religious systems there, and the people and their names and what they pronounce and how they pronounce are all right there?
Yeah, I'll be. It would be weird. I would love for one of them to get on the panel right now. I would love for one of them to get on the panel.
See, that's next time, bro. It's like, yo, we got here you go, African. It's never gonna be enough, but we gotta make this with exclamation points and daggers, and like everybody's doing right here, right then and there. The people are in Ouidah. He texted them. I believe he's texting them. I think everybody on here believes that the brother is not trying to pull a fast one. So he'd asked them. He told you. Right.
What else to talk about?
What else is there to talk about? They in Ouidah. We can sit here in Charlotte and in Las Vegas and wherever we are and do this. They're in Ouidah. Let's ask them. We don't got to make no assumptions. Ain't no guesswork no more. Done. Guesswork is over.
Facts.
So are we a little bit clearer on one place called Benin? And it's called Ouidah.
Ouidah, and which is the most pronounced place of misnomer too, in a lot of ways.
And voodoo is not something as crazy as you think, that you practice elements of voodoo in your Negro life today.
Yeah, in fact, let me not to cut you off. So, like, when they were doing the ceremonies, sometimes the people will get, I guess, what you call, when it's pertaining to voodoo, they get possessed, but in the Christian church they call it the Holy Ghost.
Right.
You know. The same thing.
Right.
All right, Monica, you hear it? That's South Carolina down there.
And the same effects. Am I right? And the same effects take place where it's music that's involved.
Right.
That triggers these things.
The drums.
Right. So not just that. So now you have music involved. And people wonder why when they go see an MOP concert, or if they saw Snoop or Dre live and they got that spirit where they start acting wild, what happened? Really? Do we really need to reach that far? And tell me I'm lying. When you got in that car and turned up your jam and you was mean mugging, shooting air guns in the sky, that you ain't had the same thing.
Right. Same energy though.
Huh?
That's the same energy, Dan. I've spoken on that several times.
What's the difference?
It ain't no difference, none.
Huh?
And the music puts you in that state. So anytime you go to these churches and they're so-called, I'm filled with the Holy Spirit and all this, whatever, I'm like, okay, yeah, you just feel the African spirit.
It's called a praise break. That's what they call it. The same way that you knew that, I don't know, Snoop was coming out to do Murder Was the Case. As soon as you heard or decovered, doom, 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 you started going nuts. Tell me you could explain that. You had a rational way for you mean mugging and going crazy with your homies.
Right.
Who we kidding? But we different, right?
Exactly.
This is crazy.
Real quick, Dennis, once you get a chance, man, plug in your website, man. Plug in your children's books. Plug in some of your other little projects you got going on too, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. So on YouTube.
Hold on, brother. Before you give anything, I noticed that you came on the channel and people are already booking you for other channels.
No. Ain't no booking for other channels. Get out of here, Garfield.
So what I'm gonna block you right now so they can't get your info.
Hashtag MBK asking African coming soon.
Go ahead, my brother. I'm just that's a little inside joke with me and Daddy.
Talking about building connections, making it happen, man. This is what we've been trying to get done for a while too. So yeah, go ahead, brother Donis.
Yeah, so on social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook, and YouTube, it's search for Huru. Just put in that name and all my information will come up. My name is Dynas Tamir, so go to dynastamir.com, and then you can check out the site where I sell indigenous African clothing, art, and jewelry.
That's what's up.
And then go to searchforhuru.com, and that just gives an overview of the documentary I'm working on and shooting. And also, if you want to contribute towards it, and then also to go on Amazon, search the name Dynasty Veneer, and all my books will come up.
Yeah, I just want to purchase that.
Real quick, Danny, let me cut you off. Dan, he actually writes children books too. He actually writes children books.
Well, then, we need to talk for various reasons offline.
Yes.
That's one of them. But I just want to go ahead and just say I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and to share this. Pardon some of the ignorant questions that I asked, but they have a purpose. It's not.
Well, I understand. Trust me, I understand. I'm in a couple black travel groups, and you just had the brother Bakari Henderson get killed in Greece.
Yes.
And
be careful.
Not only that, you have a number of African immigrants, complaining about how they're treated, the racism they face on a daily basis by the Greeks there. But black people are like, that should not deter you from traveling to Greece. You still need to go. But when it comes to Africa, it's like they don't want to go because they're afraid of some mosquitoes. So trust me, I get it. So, they're not afraid about the racist white supremacists, but they're afraid of, of mosquitoes.
Right. Or Ebola, or swine flu, or
anything.
Or anything. Everybody over there has AIDS.
That's the AIDS. Right.
Right. So, yeah, that's, so trust me, I understand you got to take, not even baby steps. You got to take, remedial baby steps.
Yes, right. That's why I keep saying, like, let's do this and let's go slow. Let's assume that we're all ignorant. Let's assume that we know nothing. I think that might be to just clean your mind or clean the slate of what you think you know and actually go and research it or go and ask the people. Because I think we may be surprised on what we think is not actually what is true. Because we all had in our subconscious or somewhere down there where voodoo was cool, but I don't want to get too now. I ain't trying to kill no chickens. You see?
Yeah, but then they'll, especially in the Catholic religion or in church in general, they'll drink the blood of Jesus.
Right.
As far as like so.
Right. Or Nookie got killed and all of y'all standing on the corner pouring out a little liquor for him.
Right. Same thing as libation all day.
Huh? So you can recognize Nookie by pouring out half of the goddamn Hennessy bottle, but somehow that's different from libations and all this other stuff that we doing to remember the gone, the dead, the no longer in the physical world. That's somehow different. Word?
Right.
Where they do that at?
Agnes. Powerful.
Monica's like, not the Hennessy. Yes.
Yes, the Hennessy. My nigga, they take a good Hennessy and pouring out, talking about this for Big Black in them. No. Go get a Pepsi and pour that out for Black. We ain't pouring out the Hennessy, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah. So they were definitely pouring libations. I don't know if they call it libations. I didn't ask, but they were definitely pouring.
You know that's a Negro American word. They ain't calling no libation. Come on, bro.
Listen, family. Listen. I appreciate everybody coming on. Brother, hit me up on Facebook, Garfield Reed. You can send me an inbox so I could lock you in. And there's a other brother also, Igbo, that we need to pull in the link, and we also need to pull the other. Then we got the sister from Cameroon. Don't let me bring that up. Look at this tone.
An African coming soon.
Yes, and I got another brother too. I'm also want to bring in too. He's also from Kenya. He's been wanting to get in and build. So these are the perspectives that we've been needing for a long time, and assembling such a panel. So put that together, Garfield. Get everybody. We'll work on it.
Yeah, definitely. The main issue, though, is one of the issues I would like to put in my book about the misconceptions of the Hebrew Israelites, Volume 1. I do want to drive that wider. I mean, I've read a couple of books on it. I've read of how they used to worship. A matter of fact, the king sold some of the folks, the king of Ouidah sold some of the folks that went to Jamaica.
He just came and spoke to the king's son
Hold
to
on.
ask him how the word was pronounced. He spoke to King's son to ask him that. So we ain't got to go back to no 1,500 kings. There's kings around there today that we can use the rest. What I'm saying, we need to stop. We're like, yes, I have plenty of books that I have read on West Africa, plenty, but it's so much better to hear it from a West African.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely. Holla.
Right.
Holla.
So yeah.
Yo, Garfield, Courtney, want to come on for a minute?
Hold on a second. Hold on. I just want y'all guys to see my beard because I'm Hebrew Israelite. You know, I changed my religion, and I just want y'all to see my beard.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Right?
That happened when he was in the corner with Tazaria.
Tazaria, he changed overnight on us.
Yep.
IUIC or a Ouidah or a Judah beard. I just want to know. That's all I want.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's Yoruba. Yeah, that's definitely Yoruba. But yeah, Donis can probably speak on that because I think he's been in those regions too.
No, I haven't. When I was in Benin, I have not heard anybody say "I say." I mean,
I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to
I'll
laugh.
ask. You know, I could have missed something in translation when they were, saying their prayers.
Hey, bro, can you do me a favor? Not to cut you off. The next time you're going is when?
January for the Ouidah Festival.
All right, so January. All right. So that means it's cold here in New York. All right. Next question. Right. Do you find any books in English over there that you could bring back for us? They writing about their history.
No, primarily because since they were colonialized by the French, they're everything is either phone or French. Primarily.
So I think Sylvanie has some writing she did about the Islamic influence there, and she goes into a little bit of it.
What's the name, sis? What's the name, brother?
Sylvanie Duaf. You know the black lady that we met at the Schomburg.
Right.
When she goes into I think it's in Fighting the Slave Trade. That book, she talks about it, and there's another book where she deals with Islam a little bit, and she talks about the kingdom of Benin. There's other people who do writing. Actually, the original writings, I hope Jade is listening. She might be able to crazy stuff, might be able to find it. But the D'Souza family I was talking about is one of those big families there. You can just start by Wikipedia and D'Souza family and see, and just take it from there. And you could, find some other materials on Benin, or you might have to look up, like we were saying, under Dahomey.
All right, so listen. Go ahead.
No, I mean, the reason why I started traveling is because the information we're getting here in America and Africa is just not what's being, I gotta say, like, the vibe, for example, what we just saw as far as the whole was Ouidah and Judah. When I go to Africa and I'm like, hey, Ouidah was on Judah, they look at me like I'm stupid, like, what the hell is a Judah? But over here is being told that Ouidah was Judah. So I just, as far as setting the record straight, I started traveling, started sitting with different tribes like the Dogon and tribes like that, and just asking questions and getting it documenting it on video. So stuff comes up, it's like, well, here's somebody that's actually part of this tribe or lives in this country, and they have no clue what you're talking about, So yeah, I got a passport. Basically, what I do when I go to places I've been to before, I'll find a bread and breakfast. I go there, and then I have the bed and breakfast connect you with like a guide or somebody who's knowledgeable. And then I just start asking questions and let me meet this person, take me to this person, take me to the chief, take me to the king, and they'll do it for me, arrange it. And then once I get to them, I just start asking questions and making sure it's on video. So, No, I haven't. Last time I traveled was January, and I don't think the travel ban was in effect in January, or was it? I don't think it was.
Bro, let me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask you a question because we got to cut off. I'm about to leave the hotel right now. But let me ask you this before you go. When you travel there, do you have a guide you go with, or do you have a family member? Who do you travel with?
I've been traveling by myself, but then when I get there, I either know somebody there or I find a guide.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that you're traveling safe. All right. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is some good information. My brother, we're on Thursday Live. If you want to come on and promote what you're doing, and who knows, it might turn into a tour. You never know. Shout out to Professor James Small, by the way, one of my master teachers who I met up with yesterday, and we talked about his tour. He has a tour with that goes to 5 different countries, including Morocco. What did he say, Alan? He said Morocco, Ghana,
Togo, something I can't remember all of it. Ghana, and someplace else. I forgot.
And as well, my sister Tania, who you had on last week, she is getting people to come to Cameroon.
Hold on, Danny. All right. He goes to, hold on. Oh, you don't have it here. Well, you know.
Not on the card. It's not on the card. Yeah,
the Sane Lodgings Entertainment GH Limited is a part of a group over 76 Americans who pool their resources to own this hotel and this resort in Ghana. So what I want to tell you guys is that Professor James Small, man, he's going to go down in history as one of the folks who actually carried out some of the stuff that Marcus Garvey actually spoke about. You know, he went there and they built. So Sister Tanya from Cameroon, who was on last Sunday, she also is carrying through the mindset of what Garvey talked about, bringing us back to Africa, investing in Africa,
yes, sir,
here in America. So I'm proud of her. I'm proud of what you're doing, brother.
And she has, wait, hold on, Garf. I just want to say her project is called the New Black City Project. NUBLAXITY. New Black City.
New Black City, NUBLAXITY.com. She has over 300 websites of things, and she's doing a lot of things. Right. And with Danny's permission, I'll be able to bring her back on.
Oh, here we go with this. Let's get out of here, man.
but you know what? You know what, though, family? I want us to look at ourselves right now on a serious note. Which other channel is really focusing on Africa and America working together? Who's doing this type of programming? Nobody is, family. I know, my brother, I know you're doing it. But I'm just saying, I never heard of your channel before. I know disrespect. But I'm just saying, for the channels that you see out there the most, they more want to teach spookism.
Right.
They want to teach, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we are disconnected from our roots. And I think one of the most healing things we could do is trying to connect with where we came from, how we came here. I think the study alone will inspire us. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the most of us can do. Hold on, brother. Yeah. That's what most of us could do. Here goes my ride right now, so I got to cut the show off.
So now, before your ride goes, I'd like you to check the MBK channel because, in fact, there is history on there about West Africa. Another thing, look at the YouTube channel. So, yes, we are all doing it. Of course. Not you. I ain't denying you. I'm just saying, yeah, we doing it. We all got to do our part.
That's why I said, look, all of us need to look at each other because we are all, the brother is doing it, MBK is doing it, we're doing it. And the fact of the matter is, it takes a lot of courage because these type of topics don't get a lot of views. But I guarantee you, though, the more we talk about it, the more everybody else, they're going to start inboxing me. Yo, how I get that guy on my channel? Soon I'm going to see Danny and Homeboy on Sixth Dynasty and Sarnetta.
See, that's the difference, though. Sixth Dynasty is part of the family. You'll never see me on Sarnetta, and yes, I'll stay in the public. That's never going to happen. So, yes, Sixth Dynasty, you are correct. So, thank you.
All right, cool. Well, anyway, family, it's all love. I'm not even paying Danny no more. But,
Great deal. I appreciate you, Brother Donis, man, for taking your time out coming on, brother. I'll also add you to the back chat of the other group, MBK. I'll get you the link with that, too, as well, Donis, so you can have a, steady connection. I'm sure you and Danny going to connect. I've been wanting to get that to happen, too, because I know y'all really can get stuff popping in between him and Alan, too, so, and the rest of everybody. But we'll get you all the information, Donis, as well.
What did Courtney want?
He wanted to come on the panel. He wanted to talk about Africa.
Nah, I'm good. I'll pass. I'll pass, Courtney.
Thank you. He's on now. He there now.
Hey, peace, family. Thanks for joining us. Have a beautiful day.
Hey, Shemotep.